Made Axel a good candidate for the recall here? Obviously, you needed someone not just to come here and sit in the press box, but to step into the lineup.
Well, I just think just the experience he had with us last year, and obviously through training camp, he had a really good camp with us, and he brings very good speed to our lineup, and I think that's something that we need right now.
Yeah, I mean, in that sense, he's not Rasmus Kupari, but elements of his game maybe there's some similar tendencies there.
We've used him on the penalty kill last season, and obviously being able to play both sides of the line, left wing and right wing, I think that definitely benefits us to be a little bit more creative with our lines. But like I said, he brings a lot of speed to that line for sure.
What's the mindset having back-to-backs but on home ice? That's not something you see a whole lot. You'll play a lot of back-to-backs on the road, but to be able to sleep in your own beds in between games.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. Obviously, it's going to be it's a lot better than traveling. That's for sure. The wear and tear on us should be a lot easier on us going into the second game. But again, our main focus, we can't look too far ahead like we talk about all the time. It's all about what's right in front of us, and right now we've got to make sure we're ready for Buffalo.
Brad, has there been any kind of tweak or change to the power play, or was it just one of those things where stay patient and eventually, it'll find its way?
Yeah, I think you go through some growing pains through the course of the year. Unfortunately, we started out with some growing pains, and then that's something you don't want to have for as long. But a credit to our guys, they found a way. But I think the biggest thing is when we start not having success in our power play, we stop shooting the puck. We stop getting to the net, and that's what we got. We got back to doing, keeping it simple, and that's the best way to get back on track.
Yeah, how about stopping moving too? It seemed like maybe things were starting to get a little stationary there, or were you seeing that?
And it's just the nature of it. You'll see all teams go through it. I mean, sometimes you're just looking to make a play, and you're just trying to force things, and instead of just letting it happen. And as you press, things don't work as well, as opposed to just letting it happen. And credit to our guys, they found a way. We had a good meeting about it in Las Vegas, and I think they really start to do the things that we talked about.
Can a coach teach a guy like Kyle Connor to find quiet ice, or is that where you just sit back and let the thoroughbred run?
Yeah, I think he's just got a knack for it. I mean, I think the guys like that, obviously they know where they are on the ice. They know where the next play is going to happen. They know where the next pass is going to be. And like they said, those players like that are very good at finding that ice.
We know, when a player scores, the bench comes alive. But what's it like on a bench when a player makes a huge shot block, or in the case of Dylan Sandberg, 9 huge shot blocks in one night?
That time of the game, that bench was excited for that. I mean, those don't go unnoticed by our guys, and those are just as important as scoring some goals, is keeping them out of our net. And he did a really good job that one night against block. I think it was 3 or 4 block shots right in a row there for us. So you got to be brave to do that. And he's done a really good job for us.
When you see the success Vegas had last year and the way they played on the way to a Stanley Cup, has that part of the game, that stacking the net and getting and shooting, become almost even more important?
I think you see a lot more teams trying to go that way. I think you got to have the team to play like that. Not everybody's built that way. Blocking shots is always part of the game. Some teams are do it a lot better than other teams. For us, again, I think our guys are understanding the importance of getting in the lanes, and you can see that in the results of our games.
Do you feel like the game slowed down a bit more for Cole Perfetti this year? You've seen him for two years now, so.
Yeah. I mean, he's making some really good plays. I mean, he's seen the ice very well. I mean, he's got a high IQ. He's a kid that can really see the next play, the next opportunity for him. And we moved him up the lineup. He's on the first unit of the power play. He's made some really good plays for us. The bumper position on the power play is a tough place. It's a tough position to play, and he's done a very good job for us there. And as he plays and the more minutes he gets, you can see the more confidence he has.
Was it too early maybe to try him at center in hindsight, or was it just the way that kind of it went with the Velarde injury and all that?
Yeah, I think it just the way the injuries have gone with us and that. I think it was just something that when we came to training camp where we were going with our lineup, and then unfortunately some injuries happened. But to be able to have that asset to have move guys from wing to center, it's nice to have as a coach.
2 quick ones. You might say these are Arnie questions. So. Are you able to share the goaltending plan for the next 2? I assume we're going to see each guy once, but
I think I'll pass it off to Arnie.
And we see Ville around. I know he's been around the team. Any idea how close he might be to at least starting to skate, whether it's on his own or?
Well, I think just seeing him around is great. I'm not sure of the timeline with his injury, where he's at right now. I know he's made some good progress, but it's good. Like I said, it's great to see him walking around without the crutches, without the chair and all that. So I'm hoping he's getting close.